one sister and one brother. My brother was the oldest, and my sister was older than me. We were all 15 months apart. And we all get along pretty good. I was a troublemaker. I think in their childhood they knew each other. And somehow or other they were paired off in those days. And they got along real good though. They loved each other. And my father and my mother died at 44. She was a lovely woman. She was a lady, but she died young. She had cancer of the breast. And that's what she died from. We were in our teens, I think. And my dad we had a fruit market. And my dad he was always open. If he wasn't open, they'd come and call him. Because he lived behind his door. He lived behind the market, you know. He just knew how to do it. He was a real fruit man. He used to be a huckster, a horse and buggy. He had a horse and buggy. I remember that picture, but I don't remember how long he had that thing, you know, or anything. He had to go to town. Strip district, they called it. And that's where he bought his wholesale things, you know. And he'd go every day, or at least every day, to buy groceries for his store or his horse and wagon. No, he didn't go to school. Because we went to school, we had to talk English. Dad wanted us to speak English. He wanted to learn English by us, you know. And that's why we can't talk Italian. We understand, but we can't talk it. Yeah, my dad he wanted to be an American. On Rushton Avenue. That's where we were born and raised. No, it doesn't even appear now. You couldn't even find Rushton Avenue. It's all gone. That's a long time ago. Our two grandmothers were sisters, and they both lived with my dad and Mom. They all got along real good together. A lot of good cooking done. Everything was good. My favorite was macaroni and butter. Oh, we didn't have electricity till we were in our teens, I guess. We had gas lights. There was gas lights on the wall, you know. But slowly but surely the electricity came in. We had a bed. It would be 4 people in a bed. My grandmother, my sister, my brother, and me. All 4 slept in one bed. And then afterwards, they got a day bed down and put it down in the kitchen. That's where my brother slept in. He was taken out of the room. I didn't like it because I was at the bottom. I had everybody's feet on me. We had a dog. He lived outside. He wasn't a dog that lived inside. He was called Boy. He was a boy, and we called him Boy. That was funny. The first ones, we had to ring the things. We had to ring them out. And then the second one was all automatic again. Scrubbing board. Yeah, grandmothers did that. Our fun was skipping out the sidewalk or riding our scooters. That's what we did when we were young. Oh yeah, I had a friend, her name was Louise, and she was always a friend. She was always over at our house. What do we do together? I think play cards or goes, like I say, we did a lot of skipping down the street. and we all had scooters. I had a Beatrice. Beatrice is a friend, very good friend. She lived next door to us. And she was always over our house. Oh, we saw Frank Sinatra. We saw Perry Como. Yeah, they were just starting out then. They played in the Stanley Theater. That was in town. We had 3 theaters in town, and slowly but surely they all left. Yeah, we did go to the show. We went to the show all the time. Yeah, my dad was a great movie theater man, and we were too. We always went to see the newest shows. Yeah, and our movies, White Christmas. That was a good show. There were a lot of good shows, but you forget them. We had a piano in those days, you know, and we had a teacher that came and sat. She'd sit there and just sat. She didn't do much of anything. She was a teacher, but she wasn't teaching that good. Dad, when he'd close his store, would go to the living room and put the tree up. He'd have to wait till after Christmas, when Christmas came. And when we go and see the tree, they were both sleeping on a chair. But they put the tree up after Christmas, after it was over. A real one, yeah. My dad sold trees. In his grocery store, he had all those Christmas trees to sell. And we always got a tree. I liked it all. I liked the school and what the teachers taught, you know. I was anxious to learn. The name of the school was Brushton. Brushton was the elementary. Then we went to the junior high, was Baxter. And the high school was Westinghouse High School. We walked to school every day. We walked all the schools. But Brushton Avenue was right where we lived. And then Baxter was up a hill at the end of the street. We walked to that. And then when we had to go to high school, we walked to that too. That was quite a distance. I didn't work. I was a housekeeper. My sister took the job in the fruit store. She worked there, and I would stay in the house and clean and do that, you know. Oh, all the families used to meet each other, you know. And I guess we met each other. He was very good to me, very good husband. And he was a good father, good to the kids, you know. Yeah, I was washing dishes and he came in the kitchen and he said, he had a ring, he wanted me to take the ring. He said, will you marry me? He got on his knees in the kitchen. He thought he had to get on his knees. But anyhow, he was a good man. We went on picnics a lot. Yeah. We had a lot of pictures of that. Oh, my mother-in-law and her girl, her family, and my dad and all of our family. We all went on Sundays. Every Sunday was a picnic. It was Shenley Park. Highland Park. Oh, that was fun. It was at home. We got married in Mother Good Council, and the reception was up in Wickensburg. In our day, we had to get married during Mass, and when we got married, all the people were sitting in church, you know. Yeah, it was in the morning, 10 o'clock in the morning. We had to get married. Yeah, we had a lot of cookies. Oh, Elsie's, my girlfriend's mother made a bushel of those, you know, those wafers that they make? She made a whole bushel of them. Pizzelles, yeah. The top part was lace. I guess there's a picture somewhere. And the bottom was made of this nylon. It was a parachute nylon. We lived at my father's house, up in the apartment. It was apartments on top of the store, where he had the store. So we had 3 rooms, a bedroom, kitchen. Yeah, it was fun. We had 2 cribs and 1 bed, one bedroom. Our first baby was Vince Jr. He was a quiet person, but he was like his dad, you know. He liked to do things with his dad. West Penn Hospital, West Penn, that's in town. Oh yeah, there were so many people having babies, and they put you in a hall, you know. you take turns having your baby. That was funny. What do you think about it? Then Joanne came. She was the baby, and spoiled brat. She was spoiled by everybody. We went on picnics. Every Sunday we'd go on a picnic. Yeah. The airlines would give passes out, 3 passes a year. We took them a couple of times on trips. You know? Yeah, we lived in D.C. then. Why did we move? Because he got a job with CWA. It used to be called Allegheny Airlines, and it went to American. He was a mechanic, lead mechanic. He led 6 men. He was with 6 men, you know, during the war. He fixed the airplanes for the soldiers. Yeah, up at the old airlines. You remember the old airport? That's where he taught. He fixed the airplanes for the mail, to pick up the mail. They used to pick it up by pole and deliver it by pole to wherever they had to, you know, leave it. Yeah, he went to PIA, was Pittsburgh Institute of Institution, you know. Aeronautics. Yeah. He went to school to learn. He said he didn't want to work in the mill. His family all worked in the mill in Blawnox. And so he went to school and he got a good job there. He was a happy husband. He always repaired things, you know. That's his life. He wanted to repair everything and fix the airplanes and stuff like that. His fun was to fix things, you know. Anything that was broke. Anything that was broken. Washing machines, sweepers. He'd fix toasters. He'd fix them and give it back to the people. 6 grandchildren, 7 great-grandchildren. Yeah. They're all good kids. We had a lot of hugs and kisses, too. In those days, you could hug and kiss, you know. To be good and be happy. Don't be moaning about everything. 3 sisters.
It all came over together.
That's Grandma Rose. That's Dad's in-law. Grandma was his in-law. Yeah, they married together. Oh, that's my grandfather, which we never met.
Is he married to her?
Yeah, called for his family to come over. He died that day.
When they got off the boat, he met them.
Was so excited.
And had a heart attack and died.
It was a sad beginning.
So that's why she was living with her son.
Yeah.
And taking care of her. And sleeping with her with sticky feet. It's her and her sister, Rose. Joseph and his store.
Sure, coming back from, he was the first one to be enjoy. What do you say? How do you say it?
Enlisted.
Enlisted. First one enlisted.
World War II.
This is his wife, his girlfriend at that time. This is my sister Rose, and this is me.
So this is dinner that
That was one of my engagement pictures. This picture was taken in Arlington, Virginia.
when we went to live there? No, before you had kids, maybe.
Before.
But what's
This is
special?
Russian Avenue, the backyard of Russian Avenue.
But this is so sweet. Tell them about that.
This is my Aunt Rose. This is my husband. That's me. That's Aunt Mary and Uncle Sam. Uncle Sam is my dad's brother. And there's my dad and my cousin Ann. Here's the sister and the nun. This is the two. My husband and his brother, and the sister's and sister.
They couldn't get married until his brother, Uncle Jack,
Yeah.
tell her. Until what?
We had to get married in December.
January.
Because he's coming home then. We had to get married when the brother come home.
Okay.
He was the best man.
And she had her babies.
Yeah, that's Joanne. That's Joanne and Vince. Here's Joanne and Vince again.
That's cute.
Here's Joanne and Vince. That's me and my husband and the kids.
It's somebody's birthday, yeah.
There he is again.
So, and then here is when she lived here in Pittsburgh. That's my mom and my grandfather and my brother and Aunt Rose and me. She was a grandma.
There's our priest we liked so much.
They came to the party and brought her flowers.
And there's my husband's mother.
No,
Yeah,
no. That's Emily.
Emily, that's your father's mother.
My husband's mother.
Oh, yeah. Excuse me.
She lived to 104.
He told me.
And
Yeah.
she was in Genesis. This is great grandma. And then, well, we have bigger pictures of that you might want to take.
Okay.
Yeah, but here she is with her husband, which is a nice picture. We've got big ones, but that's so cute.
Yeah.
You look so pretty. there.
Pretty.
Yeah. With the two grandmas. So here's Anne. And then there's my mother-in-law who's died at 104.
Daughter-in-law.
That's Laura.
Is that Laura? That doesn't look like Laura. Oh, yeah. My goodness. There's my neighbor,
Lorraine. So I
Lorraine.
don't believe you
This is Richard.
who just called,
This is my sister-in-law.
who's still alive.
Yes,
She's
she's
the
the only
only
one
one
alive.
still
And
alive.
this is her son, Phil.
Nope, that's Raymond.
Raymond.
Hanson.
That's my son.
That's what I thought.
We both have the same nose. I had a good family. I had a good life, good family, good mother and father, good sister and brother, and good children. Can't ask for anything more.